If you've been playing Juri for over 100 hours and you want to improve fast, I got you. I'm going to do something different. In no shape or form is this targeted or organized in any way. This will be a video that you don't send to your friend. Your friends will find it if they want to see it. And in no way, shape, or form are you to try to coach your friends if they don't want to be coached. We're going to be real quiet about this video. If you get it, you get it. And if you don't, just follow my instructions. Whoever might want to see this video, if they want to see it, they'll find it. And if you were trying this video and you do see this video, then I'm proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself too. You're doing great. But I'm going to give you some tips that you might not know. That's going to help you understand Juri, understand Street Fighter, and get you some more wins. This is the awesome time guide for Juri. Let's get to it. You might not like overlays, but there's one that you should turn on at least once or twice, and that's going to be the action timing display. Turn it on and put it over your head. You're going to see this little box above you, and what this does is show your recovery. I'm going to slow this down, and as we hit a button, we'll see the red bar go from right to left. What this does is it shows you when you can press a button again. It's a good way to learn the timing of the game because you have a visual representation of around the time when you can press a button. But there's one thing that's special about this. That's going to be this little bar right here. This bar here represents the buffer window. This is when the move ends. So if you look, you have a little bit of space before the move ends to queue up your next attack. If you're having problems with standing medium punch, crouching medium punch, turn this on and just to get a good feel for it. When you see that bar cross that yellow line, that's your cue to press the button again. Turning the speed back on 100%, you'll see what I mean. This is a visual representation of the timing that we need for this combo. This could also be used for juggles. For combos like crouching medium kick drive rush, crouching heavy punch, there's a longer delay between crouching heavy punch and standing medium punch. Much longer than standing medium punch, crouching medium punch. So practicing only this first part here is more than enough to get used to that link. A link means your move must completely end before you start up the next move. A cancel is like, say in Overwatch, Winston jump, and you use melee before you hit the ground. You're canceling the first animation of one attack and going into another attack. So there's a difference between a link and a cancel. This action timing display bar should help you get the timing of your links down. Speaking of your bread and butter, this Oki situation is absolutely amazing. After medium store, dash forward, walk a little bit, and then throw. If Ryu tries to press a button afterwards and you time this correctly, they'll be counter hit. It's super important to make sure after the dash you walk forward a bit. But do you know how to diagnose whether or not you're late or early? If you go for a throw and you get counter hit by their wake up attack, that means you did it too late. If you're hit by a punish counter, that means you did it too early. To get this down, I would make sure to do crouching medium punch store only, dash up, walk forward, and try to throw. Remember, that same timing, you can also strike. Making sure you get used to that micro walk is so important. I want to go from the left side of the screen all the way to the right side of the screen and to make sure that I can do this combo at will. Mixing in the drive rush combo and extension will help me get more comfortable with this combo. Also, some shortcuts to get around the screen. If you hold back and reset, you go to the left corner. Right and reset, you go to the right corner. Down and reset, you go to the center. If you're in the left corner and you want to swap sides, hold down left, reset, and you'll swap sides. Same thing goes for the right corner. If you want to swap sides, down and right, swap sides. If you're in the center and you want to swap sides, hold up and hit the reset button. If you feel comfortable with this here, I want you to try something new. I want to give you one of the setups that I use all the time, even in Masters, and it works like a charm. And that's going to be setting up a meaty crouching light kick. Most people get afraid of the overhead when they see drive rush. Since they're holding back, this makes them susceptible to low attacks. If you drive rush a crouching light kick, you can also do stand medium punch, crouch medium punch. And if you hit overhead, you can do stand medium punch, crouching, and medium punch. Doesn't matter if you go high or low, you can always do the same combo. So let's set it up so that it's meaty and also hits low. After medium store, we're going to do dash and then immediate drive rush, crouching light kick. It's going to look like this. If Ryu opts to hit a button here and you time it right, he'll get hit. If you can hit that attack, that also means that you can throw at the same time. This also means that you can still use stand medium punch. This is a really strong option because a lot of people try to walk backwards when they wake up. And it doesn't require you to do the dash, walk forward, and the manual timing of the throw. The downside to this is that it does take one of your bars. This might do slightly less damage than a clean hit on the standing medium punch, but the utility of getting low hits is important. And while we have Ryu in the corner, I wanted to show you something that everyone does, but there's something a little extra. On a wall splat, everyone does crouching heavy punch, heavy store, heavy DP. This leads to good damage, and it's absolutely 100% okay to do. But if you can sacrifice just a bit of damage and not do the DP, this leads into one of Juri's most deadly safe jumps. A safe jump allows Juri to recover before their attack becomes active. So because of this, it forces Ryu to block on defense. This can allow you to set up your next engagement and to get your next mix-up option. And while we're doing throws and talking about wall splats, everyone dashes up and does another throw. This is absolutely fine. But if you want to mix in a little bit of something extra, this is a meaty DI. If you think your opponent is going to sit still, use DI here, which sets up options to get damage. So in the corner, we can throw loop. We can dash up medium punch. If they're at 50%, you get a throw, dash up, medium punch. Do this combo, they absolutely die. The name of the game is closing out as many rounds as possible. The optimal option is always to store meter for the next round. But sometimes you need to use your ultimate to clean up a team fight and leave nothing to chance. We can always build more ultimate for the next team fight. And you can always throw in this DI to close the round as well. Some players are weak to jump-ins. But did you know this move is secretly really busted? This move can cross up. This move can hit on the top of someone's head, and it's really hard to anti-air. Usually, the higher you hit a button, the more negative you are. But Heavy Punch has so much stun that even if you hit it really high up, it's still your turn. This move is hard to anti-air. It's ambiguous where you'll land, because sometimes you'll land behind them. And it's also still your turn. So try jumping in on people, not only with jumping medium kick, but also when you're on top of them and you think you'll land directly on their head at the top of your jump, jumping hard punch. If they get hit, it's a knockdown. So be ready to use your medium punch. And the number one thing that I think everyone needs to practice is a drill that I'm sure everyone has told you before. And that's going to be to set the dummy, Ken or Ryu, it doesn't matter, to drive impact on block, do nothing on block, or to crouching light punch. You're also going to scroll over and set the block to random. Ken will now either get hit or block this attack, and if they block, they'll randomly do an option. You're going to do a crouching medium kick and drive rush. And then you're going to confirm whether or not it hit or not. If it hit, we're going to do our bread and butter. If it's block, we're going to do crouching light punch and then respond to what they do. If it's block, we do crouching light punch, stand medium punch, and if they DI, we respond. If they do nothing, we chill. If they hit a button here, they get hit by the standing medium punch. And then from here, we can continue our combo. If they block the standing medium punch, I wouldn't be afraid to do crouching medium punch. This is a drill that's going to be really hard at first, but this is the basis of what Juri is. If you practice this drill over and over and get good at confirming this, there's nothing you can't do. This drill incorporates everything that you need to get to Masters. And this drill will teach you to respond quickly to options if you get a hit or not, while also allowing you to practice your Oki. And when you get used to this combo, you can start to expand the combo and extend your combos with Drive Rush. I would not work on this next part until you're very comfortable with doing your bread and butter. You can do this combo when you're brave and you're feeling very confident. Once you get comfortable with this, start to add in the super. Take yourself all the way to the left side of the screen and work your way over. And one last thing, anti-airs. This is something that I don't see a lot of players do, but it's super important. Everyone is told the most optimal thing that they can do to anti-air is going to be DP. But sometimes the most optimal option, oh my god, as a stutterer, that's hard to say. The best option to use is sometimes the one that's available to you at the current time, and that's going to be crouching heavy punch. Even from up close, this move is really good. This move is a wall, and this is the button that I think you should start to work on before you get really comfortable with your DPs. I get it. You're a goated gamer. I know you can do this. But sometimes you're jump scared by a jump, and you just need to press a button. You train yourself to get used to doing this, no one will be able to jump in on you. Doing this will de-incentivize them from jumping in at all. And once you have them start to sit on the ground, you can do as you usually do. And those are all the very, very small and unorganized awesome time tips for Juri. And with these tips, it could be awesome time for you too. And if you've watched to the end, I want to say one thing. Fighting games are very hard. They're one of the hardest competitive games that you could play. Every interaction that we have in this game is more information. And with that information, we could use to get better. Lean on each other and help each other. Lift each other up. Because if you all don't get better, I can't push myself to improve. And if you help your friends get better, that will only help you to improve as well. We are a community. The FGC has a C at the end of it. But first and foremost, we are a community. We eat together. If y'all don't eat, then I don't eat. Thanks for watching. I hope this video found you well. I'm proud of you all. I hope to see you in the next video. And I hope you have some fun in Street Fighter.